I just thought maybe here I can just emphasize that. Add the cheekbones again, which is important. Drawing them. And right now I'm just doing some filler. Like I'm just filling in the loose space, because I'm gonna get to that in the next step. This is step one, and this is the result of step one. I think it looks really good, and gonna continue. All right. I want to focus on the loose space, but right now the loose space is on his face, so I'm gonna add some color to his face. Hopefully it'll help. It'll help later on, down the road. And I'm working on his hat, but it's really dark right now when I add the color, so I'll have to make some adjustments to that. His shirt, color shirt he could be wearing or should be wearing, type of deal. And his lips, gotta emphasize that too on there. Also, what I'm doing is trying to add detail to the jacket, but oh, whoops. I filled in a little bit too much in his face too. I'm kind of like, maybe it'll look good if I did that. Nah, I think it's too much. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. Let's see here. Huh. I kind of wonder though about that effect, but I really don't think it's gonna work in my favor. Having the kind of just blue, overdoing the blue, it's not a good idea. Let's see here. Maybe if I add in some red, they'll help, but I'm not 100% certain. I don't know if it's really working, so I'm just gonna undo it all, and then try to just, undo the red. Just make it red on the inside and blue on the pants. Oh, so I'm going to go back again. Okay, so just to emphasize the inside and not go over the top on the outlining. And now I'm adding some color to the face. Alright, this is the final of part 2. Let's move on to part 3. This is the result of step 2. Now moving on to step 3, which is basically adding in hair details and stuff like that. Right now I want to get the basic red in there, because that's important, because James Dean's hair had a tint of red to it. So I want to emphasize that the best I can. Yeah. Alright, and I want to make the red fit in there. I don't want it to just stand out, because right now it's standing out. And his hair and hat are important to just kind of emphasize, and I'm fixing the face a little bit more to get it how I want it. And more detail to like areas like the neck and the arm. And I'm kind of just filling in more details as I go, which is good, because it'll allow for a better final result. Alright. Adding some detail to the leg, which is important. And I'm filling in space in the jacket by sketching over it to make it appear maybe darker. And the hair too, I want to not make it pop out as much. I want to fill in some space, and I want to make the face a little bit darker in like the cheekbone area. And I want to fix the hair a little bit on the corner there to just kind of, you know, fit well in there. That looks good. And fix the cheekbone a little bit more, add a little bit more detail to the neck area and the lips. All right. What else is there? Background. Yes, I wanna fill in more space in the background right now because the background right now is annoying me. So I'm just gonna doodle a little bit around the edges and stuff like that. So, yeah, filling in some space, but leaving some blank space, which will be important for the next step, which is coming up here. Making sure to cover a little bit more areas of the hair and this facial structure. So that'll be good for the next step. I'll make sure the eyebrows have red to them, because if it doesn't match the hair, then that's going to kind of mess things up. Alright. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the eyebrow right on this guy. By doing that, that ought to help. But it's kind of tough because the way I drew it out was so tiny, like the eyebrows and stuff, that I'm afraid it's just going to look kind of too much. Alright. And this is the result of the step. Alright. Of that step, and now this is the final step, and I've filled in the blank space to a degree, and now I'm just kind of adding color to that, kind of spraying it in. Essentially, just to give it a semi-background. And this whole process was more of like a doodle than anything else. Colored in doodle, but you know, once I add in the color and the background stuff, I think it'll help to a good degree. Yeah, hope you enjoyed watching, and subscribe.